Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Dave coming to you from the office here in the Wyoming house again, and it is time for a red flannel Freedom Friday video, and that's all this video is. It's just Freedom Friday. Um, so before we get started, let's just take a minute. It's Friday morning. It's about a little bit before 8 o'clock here, so it's a little bit earlier. But I wanted to get this one out because I have the longer video coming answering those questions, and it's kind of ironic. I didn't plan for it, but it's kind of funny that we're going to go ahead and do the weapons questions um, on Freedom Friday. But the first important thing is this, right? The red, not the flannel, the red. You know, again, this is my fourth one. This is my fourth Freedom Friday from Wyoming, and it's my last one. Next Friday, I'll be back in Maryland, so we'll be doing it from the paddock. So we need to remember for a minute those deployed out in front of us. They are essentially the shell that surrounds our ability to talk about tobacco and what kind of pipes. Yeah, I need, you guys are buying your 30th pipe, your 35th pipe. You're going to another pipe show. You're worried about what tobaccos you can buy and which ones you like. And I mean, we just live in that world where we're worried about pretty stupid things compared to what these people are doing. Those out sleeping out in the sand or sleeping out in the desert or sleeping out in the tents, the 120 degree, 130 degree weather, you know, trying to get their water cooled down to 90 degrees so it's drinkable. I just don't think we pay attention enough to the shell of those brave men and women who stand out in front of us and allow us to live the lifestyle. I feel that way about our law enforcement as well. I know a number of you are anti-law enforcement, which is fine. I'm not trying to change anybody's opinion, but I add them to the deployed because they are in fact deployed. They're deployed domestically, and they are the thin blue line. And if you think things are bad now, try to think about life with that thin blue line gone. So they are also people who stand in front of you and usually prevent bad things from coming towards you. So let's just keep that in mind as we go through the rest of this video, please. All right, so since it's going to be a while till we do another video or another Freedom Friday video from here in Wyoming, I'm taking a different approach today. I'm actually going to bring you into the armory room and show you pretty much what we have in there and give you an overall view of what I consider a well-stocked armory. So you'll see, you've seen most of them before. You'll see 7 long guns, 3 handguns. You'll see my ammo. You'll see some protective equipment, and, and that's kind of all that to you today. So I'm going to go ahead and stop and put those videos in here. It's like a series of 3 or 4 videos. I do one for the long guns, one for the handguns, one for the ammunition, and one for the protective gear. So we'll go ahead and post all those together, and then I'll come back and we'll continue to chat. All right, guys, we're inside the armory here in Wyoming House, and I just want to go through. We got 7 long guns. So you've seen these. These are my twin Springfield Armory AR-15s. You've seen this. There's my Mossberg Shockwave 12 gauge. And there is the Remington 870 12 gauge. And I don't think I've profiled this one on a Freedom Friday yet. This is a Tikka, Tikka, Tikka 22. This is my plinker, my varmint rifle. Not very effective on the larger game out here, obviously, but on small game, it's quite effective. And then I showed this a long time ago. This is my Seika 300 Win Mag. It's pretty heavy. This is a pretty effective long-range weapon. This is a 300, 400, 500 yard good hunting rifle, or if I have to reach out and touch someone from a distance, that's the right one to do it. And then you guys have seen this in the past. This is my Bergara Small batch number 2, 300. This is a 308 Win Mag. So those are the 7 long guns of the Wyoming Armory. Pretty cramped in here. Those are the 7 long guns of the Wyoming Armory. Just wanted to show you guys a summary of them. Alright, so the next thing I want to show you are the 3 handguns here in the Wyoming arsenal. The first is the Glock 43X. So it's a 9mm. This is a very concealable weapon. So I don't feel too much need to conceal here. And then 2 spare mag carriers, so that can go on my belt and stay pretty concealed. This is my daily carry. I've showed you this a bunch of times. It's my Glock 20. Come on. Glock 20 Gen 5. This is a 10mm. And here's my dual mag carrier. You can see I've got one for bear load. I've talked about that before. And then another hollow point clip mag. And then the bruiser is the 500 Smith & Wesson Magnum. This is a 50 cal weapon. It's so big I never carry it, but it's a pretty effective bear gun if I need it. So there you go, Magnum Smith & Wesson 500. Your Glock 20 10mm, and your Glock 43X 9mm. Those are the 3 handguns here in the Wyoming arsenal. So the next piece we should talk about is the ammo. All these things are essentially clubs if you don't have the ammunition in a time of trouble. And so what you see here is 46,000 rounds, all deboxed, depackaged, and stored as bulk storage. 46,000 rounds. They're all stored like this. I'll show you a couple. There's some 5.56 stored. It's all bulk. You just reach in and grab it. Don't need to worry about packaging. Let's see. There's some 12 gauge, 2 3/4 and 3 inch in here, so it's got both box labels. Here's some just 12 gauge. One-ounce slugs. Here's some 50 cal for that 500, the Magnum Smith & Wesson. And there's some 300 Win Mag. But you can see they're all bulk. Everything is bulk storage. Every one of these cases, these ammo cases, is full to the brim of bulk ammo. Every one of my guns, every one of my weapons has at least 2,000, 4,000 rounds in here. And every one of my weapons has a go bag, its own go bag. It's labeled on those colorful labels. Extra mags, special tools, extra rounds, all stuffed in those go bags. So if I got to grab one weapon and roll, I grab the associated grab bag and off we go. So the last piece in here is I have 2 sets of protective gear. So I have 2 ballistic level helmets and I have 2 sets of body armor, front, back, and side protection. These are level 4, ballistic level 4 ceramic plates front and back, so they can take just about any round, even high-powered rifle rounds. So there you go. All right, guys, so that's kind of a nice little walkthrough of the armory, and kind of what I have here is one of my armory. The other one in Maryland is a little bit larger. So several, like back in the fall, I did my RPG, which is also here. You can go back and look in the history of the videos if you want to see my RPG. And that's really it for today for Red Flannel Freedom Friday. I hope you guys are having a good week. I will be back with a longer video answering the gun questions that I got earlier. That was the third video I promised you guys. And so, gosh, that's it. We will see you next Friday for Freedom Friday. And we will be coming to you from the paddock in Maryland next Friday. So that's kind of crazy. I talked about the trip for a couple weeks, and then I've been gone 4 weeks, and I'll be back next Friday. So, it's pretty crazy for me. Time goes really fast. So again, today's Friday. I drive away Monday to Denver to spend a couple days with my boy again, and then I fly Wednesday. I'll be back in Maryland Wednesday afternoon. That's it, you guys. Talk to you on the next Flannel Freedom Friday. Bye, everybody.